A few months ago, I did something that everybody called me crazy for. I gave my whole life to AI. Like, not in the way that you think, but I gave AI access to everything in my life. And these are the three lessons that I learnt by trying to integrate AI into my life. A 19-year-old uni student who's trying to start a business and trying to work, honestly, everything out. So, here's what I learned. Let's get into it. People say at the start, "Oh, are you not scared of giving over control of your whole computer to an AI? Like, isn't that a bit scary?" Well, yes and no. But then I thought our data is being used everywhere without our permission anyway. So at least Claude, we can say, "Nah, you can't do that," unless we say bypass permissions. But regardless, our data is everywhere anyway. So really, what's the risk? Come on, like, I'm not, but I'm not known. You're probably not known. So like, really, our data? Come on, man. Has it changed my life? No, it hasn't. It's not this wonderful superpower that some people on X and Reddit and YouTube claim to be. It's not. It's okay. It's good for the step by step instructions. I call them almost cookbook type tasks. So if you can assign a pretty competent 18-year-old who doesn't have any domain experience, if you can give him a cookbook with anything that you want him to do, AI will do that extremely well. And can it do stuff autonomously? Can it link up files from your drive and then send that email that you haven't even thought about yet to that client? And then can it also be doing research on the side? Can it really be doing these interconnected things? That's what I'm trying to say. Not really. However, it's really good for that like delineation of like 1, 2, 3, 4, because you can't really step out some tasks in that way. Because that's what I've realized. The more that I've used AI, it's actually hard to make a standard operating procedure of like everything, because things in life aren't always standard. Things in life move, they're dynamic. Something's always happening to change. There's always a changing variable, which I find AI isn't great at handling by itself. So if you think it's going to change your life, it's not. That's the first lesson. But secondly, if you can treat it like a pretty competent chef, if you can treat it like someone who is really competent at a specific domain, a specific recipe that you have to give them, because else it produces AI slop that looks like everyone else's. But if you give them a good recipe, a good cookbook, then you'll get good results. 100%. Okay, so here's the actual setup. So listen, use AI not in your. Stop using AI in your desktop app, or even worse, Google Chrome. Download VS Code, or download Google Anti-Gravity, or download Cursor. I've kept it simple. There, pick any one. Just do like a lucky dip. Pick any one. And then get the Claude Code or the Codex or whatever AI extension you use inside that coding environment. And then the most simplest way I can explain that is essentially you're giving it the keys to your house. Because in Claude desktop app and Claude Chrome, it's like you're giving it keys to the garden where you've only made a square and it's been fully boxed off and it's isolated from the house. You're giving Claude essentially the keys, you're giving AI the keys in a coding environment. And then that's when it can actually edit files on your laptop. That's when it can fully start to understand how you work and how you operate inside your work environment, which I assume if you're watching this is your laptop. And like that's super great, because then from that it starts learning about you. The more that you use your repo, so essentially like your repo is your house, and I'm going to tell you how to set it up in a second. However, your repo is your house. You're giving Claude Code or OpenAI Codex the keys by using it in a coding terminal. And then you're gonna make an executive assistant, or you're gonna call it, honestly, call it anything, call it home base, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. It's just gonna have all your general files and all your context across all your work. Is it gonna have a specific niche video editing, like AI powered thing there? No, it's not. It's going to have your main work. Skills, as I kind of said before, is the standard operating procedure of the backbone of AI. Because AI without like skills is really shit, because it's trained off like data, and data skews to the median. Like data by definition is average. So if it's trained on all the average data, then your output isn't going to be what you want. If you want something that's not even extraordinary, if you want something that's above average, you're going to have to give it your step-by-step instructions with, of course, the required taste. And this comes from you. This comes from knowing what looks good and what doesn't look good. I'll come back to that later. But having the right skills or cookbook to give to the AI, to give to the inexperienced worker, because that's what the AI is. It's a really talented but inexperienced worker. I think I said 3, but I'm going to give you 4 because, well, I'm just a nice guy, clearly. But the 4th one is, ultimately, AI is great, right? It's still going to need your discernment and your creative taste at the minimum, because you see, or automate your whole marketing campaign using Claude code. That's respectfully a whole lot of crap, because AI is really good at grunt work. AI is great at punching in numbers in Excel. AI is really good at making. It's not good at making slide decks. It's good at doing binary things. However, anything that involves human taste and creativity is respectfully not the best. However, it's getting better. It's getting better. Don't quote me on that. But it's not the best. That's still on you. That's to make sure that like your creative output, if you're doing something in the creative field, depends on how you are discerning with the AI output. Essentially, who is this Claude code taking over your life, integrating into your life, executive assistant? Who's this for? Well, this is simply for the person who wants to learn more about AI, because I've learned so much about AI in the past 2 months compared to the past year before. Secondly, it's for people who just want a little bit of the really mundane stuff taken off their plate. So, for example, if you hate creating Google Calendars, I hate making like Google Calendars manually. It's my biggest pet peeve. But if you want that, AI, great. If you want AI to summarize all your to-do tasks in a really clear and concise list, great. If you want it to make you a really lovely marketing campaign with paid ads, and then you get some beautiful A/B testing graphics, not great. Okay. However, it's for you. Just give it a go. Just remember, be discerning. Use common sense. And yeah, that's my advice for sure. TLDR, set it up, let it do the shit that you don't want it to do, and you go do the things that matter. That's it for me. My name's Elias. I love you all, and you have a lovely day. All right, see you later.